Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got the Bryant Bulldogs roster reveal, and we're also going to be checking out their Season 1 schedule. So without further ado, let's get into the roster and check out who will be playing for the Bryant Bulldogs this coming season. Everybody on this team is all freshmen, and our first player is Noel Montanez, quarterback. Number 10, he's 6'3", 200 pounds, smart. Brandon Allen coming in at halfback, 6 foot, 195 pound athletic halfback. AJ Jordan, another athletic halfback, a little bit bigger than Brandon Allen. LJ Topher, wide receiver, 6'6", 220 athletic. And Snoopy Tucker, 5'7", 160 athletic. And Kenneth Harrington rounds out the offense. He's a left tackle, 6'5", 298 pounds. I think the biggest hurdle for this team is going to be the offensive line. They've only got one lineman, so the quarterback might have a hard time, having enough time in the pocket to get the passes out to LJ Topher and Snoopy Tucker. And it also might affect the running backs. There's 2 running backs for this squad, and they're both athletic, but both different sizes. So even though they are both the same player type, they will have some different ratings, because I did factor in height and weight into the rating builds. So that's going to do it for the offense. Let's take a look at the defense for the Bryant Bulldogs. Ruben Blueberry, defensive end, number 7. He is 6'8", 259 pounds and athletic. Divine Adams, defensive tackle, 6'3", 330 pounds, raw player type. Stephon Okafor, 6'1", 230 pound outside linebacker. And Cy Summers, if I am pronouncing any of these names wrong, let me know in the comments section below. I want to pronounce them right during the games. And Tadian Moss at cornerback. So going with 2 defensive linemen is huge, because all the FCS schools that are going to be in this dynasty, their offensive lines are not the greatest. So it's really going to help out having 2 defensive linemen that can really get some pressure on the quarterback and stuff the run game. They have 2 outside linebackers, which is also going to help. They're both raw player types, so they'll be good in pass coverage and run support. And Tadian Moss, the cornerback, 5'10", 177 athletic. He's going to be a very fast cornerback. He's got good jumping. The only problem I see with this defense is that they don't have any safety help, so that could pose a problem in the middle of the field in the passing game. But that is going to do it for the players of the Bryant Bulldogs. Let's take a look at the head coach and see who is going to be leading this team in our All-FCS dynasty. And Scott Goldberg from our Mississippi State Bulldogs dynasty in NCAA football 2003 is going to be the head coach of the Bryant Bulldogs. He was a stud wide receiver for us, very underrated. I didn't even notice how great he was until I watched Ken Top's Heisman season highlights and realized how dominant he really was during that season. But nonetheless, he is going to be the head coach of the Bryant Bulldogs. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the Bulldogs schedule for Season 1. I went ahead and included every conference for all the opponents that we see on the schedule, including the dates as well. And Game 1, the Bulldogs will be taking on the VMI Cadets from the Big 12 Conference on September 3rd. Game 2, they'll be taking on the Howard Bison to start their ACC Conference play. Game 3 against the Morgan State Bears, another ACC matchup. Game 4 is the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats. Game 5, William and Mary, the Tribe. Game 6 will be against NC State. Game 7, a non-conference game against the Wofford Terriers of the FCS Independence. Game 8 against the Hampton Pirates. Game 9, Delaware State Hornets. Game 10 against the Florida A&M Rattlers, and that rounds out the ACC play for Bryant. Game 11, they take on the Southern Jaguars from the SEC Football Conference. And Game 12, the final game on the Bryant Bulldogs schedule, will be against the North Dakota State Bison, who knocked off Bryant in the FCS North Tournament Final Four. And I wanted to balance everybody's schedules out, so they had 6 home games and 6 away games. But unfortunately, I think because of me usering 12 schools, I am not able to adjust the games to be home or away for some of them. So the Bulldogs are stuck with 7 home games for year 1. I'm hoping year 2 it fixes itself, and I'll be able to even that out more, because that's a little more realistic. But I think for this schedule, I think the Bryant Bulldogs might win 7 or 8 games in year 1, and most of those are going to be conference games, I believe. And it's kind of weird, they don't face Savannah State, who is also in the ACC, which is, it's really weird to me. I was hoping that they would play year 1, but maybe they will meet in the ACC championship game. That is going to be pretty sweet if that happens like that. But we have 2 other user schools on this schedule. I will let the computer play themselves in those games. In all the other games, I will be usering the Bulldogs. Well, that's going to do it for this video, guys. Let me know in the comment section below what you think of the roster and how it's built up and how many games you think the Bulldogs are going to win this season. But I will see you guys, I think, Wednesday with the Cal Poly Mustangs roster reveal and their schedule reveal as well. But until then, I'll have some Madden Houston Texans franchise out for Monday and Tuesday. I'll see you guys then. Take it easy.